If we bring back ourselves into the beginning of the times, we will find out that humans actually have always had the desire of consuming. So it's important to know that consuming has been into humanity among all these years because there's a psychological part of humans that produces the desire of wanting to buy many things. So it's important to define, and we must define, what is consume and what is consumerism. The act of consuming is something you do because you need it, and the consumerism is to buy things like without stopping buying, not essentially because you need it, but because you want it, or because you're following trends, or because you have seen in social media, or because you just see everyone with the same skirt and you also want that skirt. So it's important to know that for the material to get into your house, it passes two different steps. So the first step is the extraction. The products become uh, from the natural resources, and this is a complicated part because resources can be renewable, but it can also be non-renewable. So we are damaging the environment by taking these materials. This also brings the production, and the production is where the material gets into the fabrics, and fabrics do the final object. The final object continues to the distribution, that is when the trucks get this material into the markets. And in the markets, it comes the consuming part when you go and buy it. Like in the actual days that you go to Unicentro, Éxito, Jardín Plaza to buy that glasses or that skirt or that watch that is in trend. So then it comes the difficult part of this cycle, that is the discarding. And this is difficult to look at because discarding is mostly because you don't want the product anymore, not because the product is like really damaged enough in order to get it down. But this consuming part is not just the objects that you buy like in the markets. It's also the trends you follow because you see other people doing that. So as a personal experience, I can say that I almost have been a victim of consumerism because I have like my curly hair, and I've seen many people at these days doing this like keratins, proteins in the hair, like straighten them, and this had mostly um, this has mostly like convinced me to turn my hair into a straight one, but I don't want to because I don't want to follow what everyone does. So we should stop and stop consuming because we want to follow the others and start consuming what we really need and think about the environment and how it's had been really affected because with the decisions we took.